guys. So, something that I just came across with this new AU, Robot AU, of the Anndy AUs, one thing I realized is I have not told you guys their ages. I mean, sure, some may have appeared, like with Swap. It's obvious that he's 16 by the end of his AU, and 6 at the beginning. But there are some AUs that I have not announced the ages of. And since I think I'm about responsible for 88% of the AUs in the Apple Farm fandom, I shall announce the ages. Okay, so Anndy in my AU, the main AU, aka original, is 16 years old unless said otherwise. Kid is, of course, 6. Light and Dark Andy, aka D and Ann being Light Andy, D being Dark Andy, they do not have an age as they're a sentient manifestation of 2 main pieces of Andy's personality. So, but when they do have a sentient form, they're set to be the same age as Andy, which is 16, so they are 16. Swap, as I said, 6 at the beginning of Bound to Darkness, 16 at the end of it. MAU. This one has been announced. If you listen to Murder Amidst Us Chapter 1, he said he was 22 years old. He is 22 years old. By the end of the AU, he's 30, because he spends 8 years in a mental facility where they basically, help him not lose his mind. Then he dies when he's 30. If that was a spoiler, but spoiler alert, they all die in that AU. It's called Murder Amidst Us. It's sad. Deleted, so yeah, following the pattern, 16, spent a few months, not specified how many months he spent in the void, but he's still 16 by the end of it, when he is mostly brought back from the deletion void. Gender bent, that's literally Andy but a girl, still 16. Death swap, permanently 16, as he kind of dies at the beginning. Now, God AU actually has 2 ages. His mortal form, before he died and reascended as a god, and his god form. His mortal form, he was 19, about 20 years old when he died as a mortal, and as a god, he has been a god for at least 500 and something years. So, yeah. Game swap, 16. Wonderland, he is actually 19 years old in the Wonderland AU, because with that one, he is a knight from the medieval age when he is brought to Wonderland. So, he is actually 19 years old. He is the youngest out of the first 3 Alices, with the other 2 being 25 and 27. Error, he does not have an age, except probably a few weeks old, considering he is an error, but we don't know how long he's existed as an error. So if we go with what we know, probably a few weeks, but he looks to be about a mid to late teenager, so 16 to 18 is what we'll classify his age. Ninja is another one. What I'm slowly adding on to his AU is that he, after accidentally killing Margaret in this AU, he's left with a choice: quit and have a target on him and the remaining of his friends' heads, or stay working for Ninja Peter. So he stayed working and ran away, and about a year has passed. So he is 17 in this AU at the current date. going off fairy tale creatures, Fairy Tale Andy is an elf. And from what I estimated, the 200s age is about an elf equivalent to a teenager. So his age is like, if I am correct, it is 234, I think. That's just from the top of my head. Doll AU, it said in chapter 5, 2 years old when the two found him for the first time, then died at 16. So he's 16. I'll say by the end, he would have probably been 17 if he was still alive. Amnesia, not really much with that AU, but most part still 16. In some parts, I add onto it to where, like, the last time two of the friends will ever see him again, he's, well, at least 18, so he's an adult already. So, yeah. Robot AU, he doesn't really have an age. Granted, he's a robot, or as he's called, a model. But Model Andy, he does have an age, but he is known as the first model to be made. Then there was like this one kind of random scenario of what would have happened, and that is with this vampire AU. It's not really a full-fledged AU. Granted, I almost had a heart attack while writing the story because there was a spider on my neck, so I didn't know, swiped off my neck, and next thing I know, there's a spider on my book, and I accidentally ripped a page out of it, trying to get the spider away, and still has not been able to find that spider since, and it's been a few weeks. Anyways, I kind of have this AU fledged out, so it's only a matter of time before I post anything about it. But I mean, there are AUs I haven't posted any content about. Death Swap was the first AU I posted content about. And all I gotta say, the AUs I don't have anything posted about them would be, it would be Vampire and Game Swap, to my knowledge. I don't have anything posted about them, because I gave quite a few of y'all heart attacks with the doll AU when you guys saw the doll move. Couldn't count how many comments I had saying, "The doll moved! The doll moved!" Yeah, it's the doll AU. What did you expect it to do? Just sit there? Well, anyways, that is the character ages. So, yeah, that's their ages. Well, I'm gonna end this here because editing this will be a pain. Bye!